Hi, this is the GBPUSD monthly chart, and I have applied Ichimoku Kinko here on the chart. This is one of my favorite systems. Since we are going to have a look at the bigger picture, Ichimoku Kinko here is the system that definitely helps us spot a trend at one glance. So what we see here, we see that this is a bearish cloud, a bearish Kumo, but the leading Kumo is bullish. The price has been pushed down by a heavy, big bearish cloud for a while. It has been moving sideways in a consolidation mode, but my instinct tells me that after this strong hammer candlestick here, let's magnify the chart, and after this very, very strong bullish monthly candle here, a big move upwards is going to happen. Of course, this cloud here, the Kumo, represents an equilibrium zone, and it will be a huge resistance for the price. But if we look at the smaller charts, let me zoom it out. Okay, so if we go to the weekly chart, we will see that things are less terrifying. Although we have a horizontal orientation of the Kumo, and the price we can see here that has been moving up and down in a range bound mode or consolidation mode for a while. Now we see that although the leading Kumo here is bearish, we see that the edge of the Kumo is going to turn the Senkou span A. This line is going to turn upwards, and soon we expect a new bullish Kumo to be born. And the last candlestick, the last weekly candlestick, has been a huge bullish candlestick. So there are a lot of bullish biases here. We see that Senkou span looks upwards. Of course, it's below the Kumo. Of course, it is not bullish because it's below the past price, but we see that the market sentiment has turned bullish. Let's go to a smaller time frame to see things closer. And here on the daily chart, we see that we just had a Kumo breakout. That was a bearish Kumo which hung down, and after that, after this move, we had this reversal, and price goes upwards, and now the leading Kumo is bullish Kumo, and its edge is sharp looking upwards. Now we have a Senkou span which is going upwards. It's above price, but because it is inside the Kumo, it's rather neutral, but I believe that soon this issue will be fixed and it will start going free here up to the open space. We just had a Kijun-sen cross. The price crossed above Kijun-sen. That's a bullish signal. That happened inside the Kumo, so it's a neutral bullish signal, but yet it's a bullish signal. We had the Tenkan-sen, the red line, and Kijun-sen, the blue line, bullish crossover inside the Kumo. It's considered neutral, but this Kumo breakout is very strong, and we should keep that in our mind. If our account allows it, we can enter long here. Of course, when the markets open on Monday, we will have the ASEAN markets. We may have a gap, but logically we want to enter long at the lowest possible point. So if your account allows it, and if it is not passed beyond 3% of your account's equity, you can put your stop a few pips below the upper border of the Kumo, or if you can tolerate it, you can go a few pips below the lower border of the Kumo. If that's not too much for you, we always want a barrier between our entry point and our stop. We want a barrier between them. So one barrier is the upper border of the Kumo, but it's not a very strong barrier. The other barrier is Kijun-sen. You can put your stop below, a few pips below Kijun-sen. And the third barrier is the lower border of the Kumo, which is the hardest to be hit. But this distance may be a lot of pips, and it may be more than 3% of your account. So if this is the case, avoid it and go to a smaller time frame and pick your stop, pick the point where you put your stop from there. We can do that now. If we go to the H4 chart, we clearly see a 100% bullish picture here, a leading Kumo which is bullish with a very sharp edge turned upwards. Tenkan-sen is angling upwards, and Kijun-sen may be horizontal, but we just had a crossover here which was strongly bullish. And we also had this huge bullish candlestick here after the Kumo breakout. We expect, because we have this formation of the cloud of the Kumo, we expect a plateau for a while, but it is only because the bulls want to take to sell and take some of their profits before they push the price higher. So if we enter here, we will expect to enter after a bearish candlestick closes. Possibly, I tell you that the market will start with a gap upwards. Enter long and put your stop a few pips below this spike, 10 pips, 20 pips. If you can tolerate, if your account can tolerate more, you can go a few pips below Kijun-sen, blue line. If your account allows it, you can go a few pips below the upper border of Kumo, and if your account is even bigger, you can go a few pips below the lower border of the Kumo. But definitely this distance is much smaller than the distance we saw here at the daily chart. So if you go to the H4 chart, you can place your stop at a secure place where it will not be hit, and still keep the distance smaller between your entry and your stop. Your exit, once any of the signals which are all bullish here starts reversing, you will see the geometry of the Kumo, of the leading Kumo, and you will evaluate, because this is going to be a very long ride, you will evaluate all the parameters, all the elements of the system in order to decide if you should exit or not. I believe this is going to be a very big ride. upwards, and it will give a lot of profits. So don't be fast in exiting. Don't be fast. And if you can take the risk of putting your initial stop loss at a very safe place and trail it only after the newer, the higher lows, the new higher lows are made and they are confirmed and validated by price action, and put your stop, trail your stop below the new higher lows, then you will successfully surf this big wave, which shows that will last for a while. It may last for days, even for weeks. And why not for months? Let me see. Definitely for weeks, and maybe months. If we have only if we have the price coming up here and bouncing back down again, maybe it will last a couple of months. But if this is the big breakout, well, it's a jackpot. Maybe we are looking at a jackpot. So this is the picture from the H4 chart. Let's see the H1. Definitely bullish, and we can use all these consolidation stages to enter and put our stops. If we enter here, we can put our stop below this spike. So yes, this is a definitely bullish ride, and it's going to be long. Thanks for watching.